Have you ever wondered how to create professional videos with free software? Well, you're in the right place. Picture this, a world where you're the director, the editor, and the star, all without breaking the bank. That's the power of video creation and editing with free software. It's a realm where creativity meets technology, where your ideas are brought to life with a click of a button. In this video, we'll be taking you on a journey through the ins and outs of creating captivating content. We'll touch on everything from the basics of video creation to the specifics of filming your own footage. We'll introduce you to free video editing software and teach you how to use it effectively to craft your masterpiece. And finally, we'll wrap up with some final thoughts and conclusions to set you on your path to video creation success. So, are you ready? Stay tuned as we delve into the world of video creation and editing. Creating a video starts with a good idea. The genesis of every great video is a spark of creativity, a moment of inspiration that sets the wheels in motion. It's the seed that, with careful nurturing, can grow into a compelling narrative, an informative tutorial, or a captivating visual experience. But an idea alone isn't enough. It's the foundation, yes, but to build something substantial upon it, you need to engage in a process of planning and development. This is where the real work begins, where ideas are shaped into a coherent structure, and where the raw materials of your creativity are forged into a clear and compelling concept. Now let's talk about the steps involved in this process. Think of it as a journey from the initial spark of an idea to the final product. It's a path that every video creator must tread, and it's one that requires patience, dedication, and a clear vision. First, there's brainstorming. This is where you let your creative juices flow, exploring different angles, themes, and approaches for your idea. Don't limit yourself here. The more ideas you generate, the more material you have to work with. Next comes the planning stage. This is where you start to shape your idea into a concrete plan. It involves identifying your target audience, defining your video's purpose, and outlining the key points or scenes. Then, you need to create a script. This is a detailed roadmap for your video, outlining what will be said, how it will be said, and when it will be said. A good script is like a blueprint for your video, guiding you through the production process and ensuring that your message is delivered effectively. And lastly, there's the storyboarding phase. This is where you visualize your script, sketching out each scene to give you a clear picture of how the video will flow. It's a vital step in ensuring that your video has a logical progression and a consistent visual style. With a solid plan in hand, you're ready to start filming. Remember, the key to creating an engaging video is a good idea, thorough planning, and a well-crafted script. So, let's get those creative gears turning and start making some videos. Now that you have your plan, it's time to bring your ideas to life. This is where the magic happens, where your creative vision takes form and becomes something tangible. Let's start with lighting. Lighting is the secret ingredient that can add depth and ambiance to your scenes. It can highlight the important elements in your frame and create moods that resonate with your audience. Whether you're filming indoors or outdoors, always consider the source and direction of your light. A well-lit subject can make a world of difference in your final product. Next, let's talk about audio. Clear, crisp audio is just as important as high-quality visuals. It's the vehicle for your message, the medium that carries your story. Invest in a good microphone and always test your audio levels before you start filming. Remember, your audience needs to hear your story as well as see it. Now, onto the visuals. Engaging visuals are the heart of any video. They're what draw your audience in, what keeps them watching. Think about your composition, your framing, your camera angles. Use them to tell your story, to create a visual journey that your audience can follow. But visuals aren't just about what's in front of the camera. They're also about how you use the camera itself. Movement can add dynamism to your shots, while stability can provide a sense of calm. Experiment with different filming techniques to find what works best for your video. And finally, remember that filming is a process of exploration and discovery. It's about trying new things, learning from your mistakes, and constantly striving to improve. Don't be afraid to take risks, to push the boundaries of what's possible. With your footage ready, it's time to move on to the editing process. But don't worry, we'll be with you every step of the way, guiding you through the world of free video editing software. So let's dive in and start bringing your vision to life. Editing is where the magic happens. It's the process that takes your raw footage and transforms it into a polished and engaging video. But you don't need to splurge on expensive software to make that magic happen. There are a plethora of free video editing software options available that are packed with features and benefits. Let's start with a few names. DaVinci Resolve, Lightworks, and HitFilm Express are just a few examples of free software that offer a professional-level editing experience. These tools come with a wide array of features such as multi-track editing, color correction, and special effects. And what about those of you who are beginners? Software like iMovie and Shotcut are user-friendly and perfect for those just starting out on their video editing journey. These tools may not have all the bells and whistles of their professional counterparts, but they still offer a solid editing experience. Let's dive deeper into how you can use these tools to create a professional video. With the right tools, you can transform your raw footage into a polished video. Diving straight into it, the first thing you need to do after importing your raw footage into your free video editing software is to cut and trim your clips. This is the process of selecting the portions of your footage that you want to keep and removing the rest. It's like working with a block of marble and chipping away everything that isn't your sculpture. You can think of it as the first draft of your video. Next, arrange your clips in the timeline. This is where the real storytelling happens. Just like in a movie, your video should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. Start by placing your clips in the order you want them to appear in your final video. Experiment with different arrangements until you find the one that tells your story best. Now, let's move on to transitions. Transitions are the visual effects that occur between clips, helping to smooth out abrupt changes and create a seamless flow from one clip to another. From simple crossfades to more complex wipes and slides, transitions can add a layer of sophistication to your video. But remember, less is more. Use them sparingly and only when they serve the story. Now that we've covered the basics, let's venture into the world of effects. Effects can enhance your video by adding visual interest and emphasis. They can include color correction, filters, speed changes, and more. For example, a slow motion effect can highlight a moment of importance, while a black and white filter can set a nostalgic mood. Play around with the different effects to see what works best for your video. Next up, titles. Titles can serve multiple purposes in your video. They can introduce your video, divide it into sections, or provide additional information. They can also add a professional touch to your video. When creating titles, keep them short and sweet and choose a font and color that matches the style and tone of your video. Lastly, don't forget about sound. Even though we're talking about video editing, sound plays a crucial role in any video. It can set the mood, provide context, or simply enhance the visuals. Most free video editing software will allow you to add and edit audio tracks, so be sure to take advantage of this feature. So there you have it. We've covered cutting and trimming, arranging clips, adding transitions, effects, titles, and even a bit about sound. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you experiment with these techniques, the more comfortable you'll become, and the better your videos will be. With these editing techniques, you're well on your way to creating a professional video. Creating professional videos doesn't have to be costly or complicated. This has been our key message today. We've walked through the essentials of video creation, from conceptualizing your content to capturing it on camera. And we've underscored how free video editing software can be your ally in this creative journey. It's a world teeming with possibilities where you can splice, dice, and polish your footage until it shines with your unique vision. These tools are accessible, user-friendly, and packed with features that can elevate your content. The only thing you need is an idea and the willingness to bring it to life. And remember, the road to mastery is paved with practice. So don't be afraid to experiment and make mistakes. You'll only learn and grow. Now you're equipped with the knowledge to create professional videos using free software. So why wait? Start creating today.